now we should be up. Starting the timer, and as usual, hello, welcome. We're streaming Trails now. Timer's up, and starting the game now. Good. We are in, and let's quickly recap what the hell happened last stream. Let's see. Last stream we started at L mode after we did the pump shed / hot springs thing. Then as we were approaching the road to Zeiss from the trad plains, a huge man approached us and asked for directions to Elmo. He also noticed something about us, and he was voiced and had a portrait. According to Estelle, he looked like he studies martial arts. Then we got back to Zeiss. Estelle said that she heard something. Joshua also heard something from far away, from the direction of the factory. Then, after checking every NPC, we got insight that there is smoke coming out of the factory, but it doesn't look like a fire. Then as we got to the factory entrance area, not actually inside the factory, but near the entrance, people were evacuating. The entire building is in smoke. Antoine was outside, that's important. No hurt to cats or animals in general, please, thank you. Then, according to Murdoch, there was some kind of a gas leak in the building. Entire building is in fumes from the 5th floor down. And we also learned that Russell has not evacuated. Then we went to rescue Russell from the smoke. Tita wants to go along, understandably, since it involves her grandpa. Dorothy also wanted to tag along, but Estelle said no, and Murdoch said to check the 3rd floor workshop first. Then we also learned from Gustav that it has to be quite a lot of smoke if the factory's fans can't handle it. Then when we actually went into the factory, Estelle said that it's not actually unbreathable in the factory, and Joshua said that the smoke might actually be a smoke screen for something else. The elevator was locked, and then we found a smoke canister, which seems to be the same type as the Sky Bandits used. Joshua dismantled it, then we went around all of the floors dismantling all of the canisters. Then we entered the 3rd floor workshop. Russell wasn't anywhere. The Black Almond was also missing. Then Krosner appeared. Apparently he heard about the disturbance from the guild. Then Krosner scared Tita a bit, because technically she's a civilian. And then Joshua filled Krosner on the situation, and we're searching for Russell. We got to the 5th floor, operations door was open, and seems like we found our culprits. It's the men in black, and they had Russell in their hands, seemingly unconscious. We chased them. It also seems that they yoinked the Capel core. Then we got to the 1st floor, elevator was open. We exited the factory through the main entrance. And Murdoch says that soldiers showed up, and according to him they were dressed in blue and white. And Dorothy said that they looked like royal guardsmen. Murdoch also says that they had big luggage with them, which it's the men in black, they just disguised themselves. They went towards the town. Estelle and the gang split up to check the entirety of Zeiss but found nothing. Then the entire thing was reported to the Royal Army, and a unit from Leiston was sent to aid in the investigation. Then we had a cutscene at the Murdoch's office where Amalthea said that it's a case of terrorism. She also said that all of the major checkpoints are now performing inspections, namely Airleton, Wolford, Sanctheim Gate, and Soldat Army Road. And she's very confident that the culprits are not going to be escaping the Zeiss region, which is just factually wrong, as we find out later. But yeah, Joshua asked her what she thinks about culprits disguising as royal guard. Then she wanted Dorothy to give her photo quartz of the culprits as evidence, because Dorothy managed to take a picture. Then she wanted us, the guild, to seize the investigation as well, but Krasner refused. Then, with a few conditions, with the condition of reporting to the Leiston Fortress as well, she lets us to continue the investigation and leaves. Then what? We exited the Central Factory, but Dorothy left the party. She wanted to buy more photo quartz. Krasner also was acting a bit weird. Unrelated to the main stuff, Louise received the news of her being transferred to work on the Arsail new engine. Faye keeps thinking about Bram and Rudy and the usual. Then we entered the guild to report on what has happened, and Alba seems to be present in the guild building, and Kilka says that he is the eyewitness and we know where the culprits are currently, and according to him they are at the Cornelia Tower. Tita wanted to go along, but Krasner sternly said no. He said that she's going to get in the way, and Joshua with Estelle were basically forced to agree. Then Tita's feelings got hurt and she ran away. Kilka decided to contact the army. Then we once again checked out the entire area. Didn't find anything too important, so we entered the Cornelia Tower. Just as we were about to enter the tower, some monster hound things attacked from the tower. Krasner said that there are a lot of footprints present. Then we handled the monsters. Krasner says that ever since he started checking on the men in the black, he's been constantly attacked by these hounds. It also seems that Cassius showed up just before the Sky Bandit messed and dumped the Men in Black job thing onto Krosner. Cassius also seemingly said something about some stuff that really couldn't wait that was coming up, which is ominous. Then we reached the rooftop of the tower and found the Men in Black with Russell. We beat them. Then when the Royal Army was mentioned, they started laughing. They also said something about they said something that it's almost time for something, and then an airship arrived. Then Tita appeared with a cannon shot. Crosser jumped in front of her to protect her from a gunshot. According to the Man in Black, the gun was a test model. Then they escaped. Then Krosner slapped Tita. Tita started crying. He lectured her about stuff. Then Tita thanked him for cheering her up in his own way. Krosner gets flustered, and he says that we might need military's help here. Then we started heading back to the guild. As we were exiting the tower, Krosner was not looking very good. Then we encountered the bear man, the huge man, on the way back. Krosner was looking really bad and he fainted. According to Joshua, there might have been something on the bullet he got shot with. According to the bear man, it was a botanical neurotoxin of some sort. He offers to carry Krosner to the clinic at the Central Factory. And he is also a bracer from the Cowards Bracer Guild. His name is Zin Watek. Then cutscene at the clinic. According to Dr. Miriam, it seemed to be a unique type of neurotoxin. Her usual stuff was not working. Then we also learned that Zen and Kilika are acquaintances. Then Miriam, the doctor, says that Father Vexen from the chapel might be able to help with Krosner's poison situation, since he apparently has a substantial knowledge of medicine built up by tapping into the Septian Church records. Then we explore some more stuff. According to Bartholomew at landing port, there have been a lot of flights to Leiston, and Gustav says that they have another order there. Then we entered the chapel, where Joshua explained the situation to Father Vixen, who said that they do have a treatment for the poison. He also said that it doesn't nullify the poison but boosts the patient's immune system to fight the toxin instead. But we are missing an ingredient, Zemuria moss. And it seems like it grows deep in the limestone cave that we were exploring back at the start of the chapter. He instructs us to go to the guild first to see if there are any records of the trips to the cave. Back at the guild, Kilka says that the moss grows in the northwest area of the cave. And apparently last time bracers were sent to get some of that moss, a team of 4 veterans was sent. Then we have some banter between Zin and Kilka. They seem to have an interesting relationship. Zin seems to be going to Grancel tomorrow, but he is willing to tag along with us for now, and Tita timidly asked for permission to come along. Then we went to the cave, found the moss. Then a big penguin attacked. We beat the penguin. Went back to the chapel, delivered the thing, and after Krosner was fed the cure, it seems like he's going to be fine now. Then nighttime cutscene. Krosner is being delirious. He calls Tita Misha, which is the same name that was written at the big, the same name as one of the names that was written on the big grave in Revenue Village. Then the next day at the landing port, we were seeing of Zin. Seems like he has some work to do in Grancel, and apparently he's going to be in Liberal until Queen's birthday celebration. Tita seemed to want to nurse Krosner, so she leaves the party. Faye has more issues. She's once again she's still thinking about both Bram and Rudy. Then Wilmond in operations officially adopted the rebooting technique for Obel computers. Louise seems to be doing very well. What kind of a mental as hell is happening outside, bruh? Why? Why are there fireworks? What the hell, bruh? Anyway, Louise seems to be doing well on her assignment with the Arcel stuff. Then we went to the guild. Apparently Kilka sent a message to Lyston, but there has been no response, and all of the inspections across the kingdom were lifted. Then Kilka said that she's also unable to contact the intelligence division. She suspects that Royal Army might have some internal issues, and Joshua assumes that it might have to do something with Dorothy's photos of the culprits. Just as that is being discussed, Dorothy actually enters the building, and seems like Niall got angry at her for giving the photo quads to the army, and the quads doesn't seem to have been returned yet. Then she says that she went to the fortress to try and get it back. And as we are looking at the set photo, she takes a photo of the fortress, and as we are looking at the set photo, Estelle notices something on it, and Joshua seems to recognize it as well. It's the exact same airship that the men in black escaped on. Then Kilka authorized us to provoke the fortress directly with the photo in question. Then we explore some more stuff, but there's not much. We arrive at the Lyston fortress entrance. The guard that was usually there is gone, and someone speaks to us through speakers. According to the voice, the chief officer of the base is currently away, and Joshua says that the security is too tight. Then we learn that the voice talking to us was Mayor Sid, the garrison commander of the fortress. He says that no one from the intelligence division is currently here. Then Estelle baited him with the photo lead that Dorothy took about the airship, and Sid was acting suspiciously. He made up a quick excuse of the security at the fortress being lax at that time because they were searching the borders, which doesn't make any damn sense. Why would you leave the main base of the Royal Army basically free? That doesn't make sense. He also tries to divert the bait into by saying into the, onto the Empire by saying that it might be a plot by the Empire since the ship was going north. Estelle also thinks this is very suspicious. And then as he leaves, or rather after he left, the gate stopped midway. Mayer was weirded out, but then said something about the phenomenon starting again. And it seems like the phenomenon is the orbital shutdown phenomenon, which by default is evidence that both the Black Ormond and Russell were in the fortress. Then we went back to Zeiss to consult with Kilka and the others. We also learned that Royal Guard is potentially being set up as traitors. Joshua assumes that it might be an internal conspiracy. Then Krosner enters with Tita. Tita is still worried about him. He can't deal with Tita for some reason. Then we fill in Krosner on the details. He suggests to sneak into the fortress. Murdoch gives us authorization to go and rescue Russell. Estelle suggests to use Leibniz to infiltrate, just like in the Sky Bandits thing. And Murdoch says that it's not possible because airship personnel are strictly checked. He also says that it's not possible to stow away as cargo either because they check for living things with a biosensor. But at the beginning of the chapter, we did find Russell inventing a thing that can fool such a sensor. Then we also learned that the biosensors were invented by Russell as well, which understandable. He is the big brain of the orbital revolution, so makes sense. Then, as we were exploring things before actually doing main stuff, we found the riddle books. And actually finished all of those requests. Then we entered the Russell's house and got the anti-biosensor thing. Then we checked the NPCs again. In the hotel, Dorothy seems to be planning to leave since she got the pictures she wanted or needed. Then we went back to the guild. Kilka got us the fortress map, and she says to not ask about how she sourced the said map. Then Kilka is willing to take full responsibility for our actions, and we set out to the airfield. Then we take off with Leibniz. Dorothy arrived but too late. Apparently the guild told her where we were, and according to her seems like there is big trouble happening, and she wanted to let us know before we left. And she says apparently some of the Royal Guard has been arrested for treason in Grancel, which is big. Then aboard Leibniz, Faye is still thinking about Rudy and Bram. Then we learned that Misha is Krosner's sister, and given the grave thing, she's probably not alive. And then stuff starts. We arrive at the fortress, where Sid says to Gustav that the culprits want a ransom for Russell's safe return, apparently. Then as the soldiers were checking the cargo, Antoine distracted them with a false alarm. There's also apparently an emergency command structure change happening at the fortress. Then Amalthea arrived and wanted to speak with Sid, and then they leave. And then we exit the cargo and start the rescue operation. We enter the research wing, where we find the airship that the Men in Black escaped with, as well as them themselves. Then Estelle suggested to enter the building through the window, since the entrance was being guarded by the Men in Black. But the window had bars on it, but we could see inside the window. And inside the building we saw Richard, Amalthea, and Sid talking to Russell with the black orbment on the table. We also learned that Richard once served under Cassius in military, and we also learned that the intelligence division also seems to be unable to find where Cassius is. Then we learned that the black orbment is called a gospel, and Richard seems to be a bit weird. He wants to bring liberal riches, but essentially what he's doing at this point is a coup d'etat. So that's interesting. Then Amalthea threatens Russell with Tita's safety. And then according to Russell, they are doing this out of some twisted patriotism. Then Russell seems to have figured out something about their plans, but as usual, we have no idea. Then we learn the name of the masked commander, the guy that managed to what's the word? I forgot the word. Basically, the guy who escaped Krosner before, and it seems like he's part of the intelligence division as well. He enters the room and says that there is some sort of activity in Grancel, and he also says that the White Wings were caught in the net as planned, which probably means the Arsail, but I am not sure. Then Richard takes the gospel, and then he and Amalthea and Rollins leave. Then according to Sid, the culprits are rebels against the Queen. Then Richard and his gang leave on the airship from the fortress. Joshua seemed to be a bit distracted, but once he was back to normal, we took out the entrance guards, entered the building, and basically rescued Russell. Russell said that he has been using Capel to find a way to control the gospel, and seems like he partially succeeded. He still has no idea what it's made of, but he succeeded in finding a control method. Then Russell and Krosner compete with each other in some ways. Then as we were exiting the research wing area, the knocked out guards sounded the alarm. Then the only other place that we could go in was the command center. Then we entered the prison, where we found Sky Bandits. And then after some banter between Estelle and Josette, we just left them. Then, as we were about to exit the command center, soldiers were starting to enter it to search it, and Sid decided to help us. According to him, Richard has seized the control of the entire royal army, and the main generals were given the option of either obeying him or imprisonment. Morgan seems to have refused that offer, and because of that he is currently imprisoned in Hackingate. Then we learn that since the end of the war, military structure has been slowly failing in Liberal, and Richard took advantage of that situation. We also learn that with Morgan in custody, he's basically in control of the entire royal army, and because of that they managed to control the information in a way to pin the attack on the central factory to the royal guard. Then we also learned that Cassius used to be a colonel, and we also learned that his army efforts were very important to defeat the Empire in the 100 Days War. Then Sid helps us escape through a secret aqueduct, and we escape outside of the fortress. Krasner tells us to fall back. He's planning to hide with Tita and Russell. He explains that the intelligence division knows him too well, but Estelle and Joshua aren't as well known. Then Estelle doesn't agree, but Russell seems to have an idea, and he sends us on a mission to Grancel to speak with the Queen. According to him, the gospel was initially in Richard's possession, but someone took it from him, and apparently intelligence division realized that the gospel was in Zeiss after the blackout incident when we were testing it, which is why they attacked the factory. Then he also says that Richard has some kind of a plan to use the gospel in Grancel, and he assumes that it's something very bad. He says that the Queen must be aware of this as soon as possible. Then Tita hugs Estelle as she thanks us, and they leave and the chapter ends. Then we have a cutscene. Yulia and Chloe seem to be running away. Yulia seems to... We learn that Yulia has been taught the blade by someone. Then she lets Chloe run away while she stalls the enemy, and the enemy seems to be Intelligence Division Special Ops. Then it started raining as Chloe was approaching Grancel, and then the Intelligence Division's airship arrived and flew in front of Chloe, and the grunts surrounded her. Then Richard appeared and said that he wants to speak with Chloe. Then we cut to Olivier, who is currently in Erebonian embassy, speaking in poetry. Then we see his best friend that was mentioned before, who enters, and we learn that his name seems to be Mueller. We also learn that he seems to be holding a position of a mayor as well, but that's probably in the Empire. Then Olivier does some Olivier things. Mueller does not seem to be taking it very well. He's rather pissed, but whatever. Then Mueller says that he seems to have managed to find a trail of someone Olivier wanted to find, which according to previous knowledge is Cassius. Mueller says that Cassius was at one of Erebonian bracer guilds until a month ago, and over the past several months all of the guild branches in the Empire have been attacked, one by one. And Cassius was investigating that, which I think corresponds exactly to the letter that that Cassius got in the prologue. Then Olivier assumes that the attacks were made by some military unit, but according to Mueller, no military force known to him has made a move. He then assumes that someone hired Jaegers, and that cutscene ends, and we are back at the Zeiss Guild, where Murdoch receives the good news of the Professor of Russell being rescued. Then according to him, Russell is in good terms with the Queen. It's not unusual for him to have top secret information. Then Kilika says that there is no evidence of Joshua and Estelle being involved with Lyson Fortress raid, so we can go to Grancel. In fact, she suggests us to go there as soon as possible before Army launches an investigation. Then she calls someone, and it seems that she bought us tickets for a Grancel-bound airliner, and then she also gives us a recommendation for the from the Zeiss branch, and that's basically it. Now we're actually up to the current events. Also, quick, very short break. My throat is dry. Okay, back. Hmm.
ボート行きの船早めに発着場に
Okay. Can we actually go places, or
こっちは今回はもう歩く必要はないのよね。
なんか変な感じがするね。じゃあ発着場に行こうか。
行きましょう。
highways are locked out? Understandable. Okay. Let's just check every single room. Okay. Still nothing new on that end, which is understandable. Let's see. Aww. Okay. Well, that's something, I guess. Wait. Priam and near the entrance to the factory says that the landing pad has been awfully quiet this morning. It is disturbing when you realize that the army, the people who are supposed to protect you, are basically planning a coup or something. At this point, all of the information suggests that they are planning to overthrow the government in some way. Like, why else Rishar would need something that can disable orbital power? Like, if you have to threaten the queen and label everyone else as traitors, then that is essentially an overthrowing of the entire thing. Seems like Louise is doing wonderfully on the Grancel project. Well, that's something, I guess. Well, I suppose we'll see what Richard has planned in Grancel. Where's Antoine? Not here?
Yeah, あんたたち
Checking in with the receptionist at the landing port.
キリカさんから話は聞いてるぜ。早速搭乗手続きをするかい？
お願いしちゃうわ。
それじゃあこの用紙に名前と連絡先を書いてくれ。わかりました。よし。それじゃあこれがあんたたちの乗船券だ。定期船が到着したらこいつを見せて乗ってくれ。
Okay. As we were approaching the airship docks, Antoine called out to us. Nyago, what does that say? Cat. I should really link that outwards. Yeah. It's been a while. How have you been?
Antoine!
いや、昨日はご苦労だったね。
Yes, that's right.
まったく、お前のせいですごくびっくりしたんだからね。ちょっとは反省しとるかね。
Meow. What did he just say, oh hairless one?
聞いちゃいない。
ひょっとしたらとぼけられているのかもね。
まあいっか。あんたにはいろいろとお世話になったし、ありがとね、アントワーヌ。
You're welcome, squishy pink thing.
よ、お前さんたち。
Gustav approaches.
整備長さん。
After talking with Antoine for a bit, Gustav approaches.
工房長から話は聞いてたが、見事救出に成功したそうだね。博士は俺たち技術屋にとっても師匠と言えるお人だからね。俺からも礼を言わせてもらうぜ。
整備長さんたちがいろいろと協力してくれたおかげよ。さすがにあの子にはびっくりしちゃったけどね。
やっぱりあれわざとだったんですか？
敵を欺くにはまずは味方からってね。で、どうした？発着場に何の用だ？
博士の依頼でオートに行くことになってね。
11時の船なんですけど、少し早く来すぎたみたいです。
なあ、ちょいと到着が遅れているみてえだな。
Okay. Gustav thanks us for rescuing Russell. He also says that that the flight or that the airliner seems to be a bit late.
荷下ろしとかの時間もあるからもう少し街でゆっくりしていても大丈夫だと思うぜ。
そうしよっか。
おいあんたたち
Huh? The receptionist seems to Gerald seems to be approaching us.
なんだジラールじゃねえか。どうした？何かあったのか？
ちょうどよかった。親父さんも一緒でしたか。実は困ったことになりましてね。
He says there is some trouble.
困ったことだと？
いえね、飛行船公社から連絡があったんですけど。
He says that they received a communique comms a message probably from the oboe ship corporal.
定期船の到着数時間ほど遅れそうなんですよ。
What? Seems like the airliner is going to be a few hours late.
おいおい、そりゃ一体どういうことだよ。また空賊騒ぎでも起こったのか？
まあ似たようなもんですかね。なんでも女王様の生誕祭を妨害しようとするテロリストがどこかに潜伏してるらしくて、調査のため全ての発着場に軍による検問が敷かれるそうです。
Oh, that's not a good sign. He says that all airships are grounded for military to conduct inspections.
それって。
多分逃亡している博士たちが目当てだろうね。
They are probably looking for the professor, for Russell.
そういうわけでオート行きの船はしばらくルーアンで足止め。
Seems like Cecilia is being held up in Rouen.
代わりにレイストン要塞から軍の警備艇が来るらしいですよ。
Oh, that's not good. Instead, a guard ship from Leiston is getting here.
なるほど、そういうことか。しかしそうなるとお前も忙しくなりそうだな。
そうなんすよ。客に説明しないといけないし、そういうわけだからあんたらもしばらく時間を潰しててくれや。
No, we're probably going to be walking.
そうだな。遊撃士協会で待っててくれれば通信で連絡させてもらうぜ。
よろしくお願いします。
We're probably going to walk.
きな臭くなってきたね。軍の連中がやってくるとすればライプニッツ号も調べられるはずだ。ちょいと工房長と相談してくるぜ。
Gustav says that they are probably going to be checking Leibniz. He is going to go and consult Mordok.
そっか、昨日のことを調べられたら大変だもんね。
どうか気をつけてください。
お前らみたいなひよっこに心配されるほど猛録してねえぞ。それじゃあばよ。
よしはなんかヤバそうじゃない？
こうなると定期船は危険だな。少し時間はかかるけど街道を使った方が良さそうだ。
Joshua suggests to take the highway to Grancel. Yay, walking! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
せっかく久しぶりに飛行船に乗れると思ったのに。許すまじリシャール大佐。
まあまあ、修行の続きと思えばいいじゃない。それじゃあ受付で搭乗手続きのキャンセルをしよ
う。ああ、あんたたちか。
Canceling the tickets on the at the receptionist's desk.
さっきも言ったように、いつ船が来るかわからないんだ。悪いけど遊撃士協会で待っていてくれよ。
実はちょっと予定が変わったのよ。
う。申し訳ありませんが、キャンセルしても構いませんか？
そうか。まあ無理もないよな。定期船の到着前ならキャンセル料はかからないんだ。さっきの乗船券を返してくれるだけで。
分かったわ。
おっと、軍の警備艇が来たみたいだな。
Military patrol ship is arriving just as we gave back the tickets.
ずいぶんお早いご到着で。
それじゃあ私たちはこれで。
お手数をかけて申し訳ありませんでした。
いやいや、またのご利用をお待ちしてるぜ。
Oh.
忙しくなってきましたわね。
Amalthea is aboard the ship.
まずは工房長のお顔を拝見しに行くとしましょうか。
She's going to see Murdoch.
しかしさすがは大佐殿。
びっくりしちゃった。
Seems like Richard has planned all of this out.
ぐずぐずしていたら情報部の連中がこちらに来る。このまま急いで街を出よ
分かった。オートに行くには東の街道に出ればいいんだっけ？
う。あ、リッター街道を北上してセントハイム門に行けばいい。門を通ればオートのあるグランセル地方に入れるよ。
Well, let's check on Faye. Just because I'm curious. Okay, nothing new. Wait, third is workshop, second is the office.
ライプニッツ号はオーバーホール中ってことで地下に格納してあります。ヤバいもんは処理済みですから、まあ大丈夫でしょう。
そうか。ならそれにしても対応が遅れていたらまんまと尻尾を握られていたかもしれないな。それにしてそれだけ。
ライプニッツ号ヤバいもんは
そうか。それにし対応が。
Gustav is at Murdoch's office. He says, according to him, Leibniz is receiving an overhaul underground. Well, there's not much I can do here. So let's just yoink away. Before that, let's...
あら、搭乗手続きは済んだの？
それがね。
そう、そんなことが。思ったより相手の動きが早かったわね。あなたたちも一刻も早くこの町から出た方がいいわ。
ええ、 そのつもりです。
じゃあね、キリカさん。
改めて女神の加護、二人とも気をつけてね。
Okay, while I'm here, quick break because it's been technically 3 hours since I started streaming, but details. I'll go get a quick snack and then we can go quick. Okay, I'm back. Let me also kill this thing. There we go. Oh, that's odd.
ここがセントハイム門か。
Arrived at Sanctheim Gate. Guards seem to be missing.
なんかロレント地方にあるグリューネ門と似てるわね。
同じオート地方を囲む城壁アーネンベルクの門だからね。1000年近く前に築かれたものだけど、さすが帝国軍の侵攻を食い止めただけあって堅牢そうな作りだな。
Joshua says that Gurune Gate and Sanctheim Gate are both in the Arnenberg wall. He also says that the wall itself has been built about 1,000 years ago.
大砲を撃ち込んでも壊れなさそうな感じよね。でも観光名所みたいだし、時間があったら屋上に登って。
君のことだからまっすぐ続いている城壁の上を全力疾走してみたいとか。
違うってば、私がしたいのは二人きりでのんびりランチしたいっていうか。
Aww. Still was thinking that it would be nice to have lunch on the top of the wall with Joshua.
風に吹かれながらいろいろとおしゃべりしたいっていうか。
別にそんなのいつもしてることだと思うけど。
Oh no.
もういい。さっさと通行手続きをしてとっととオートに行きましょう。
気のせいかもしれないけど、なんだか機嫌悪くない？
Joshua was a bit dense there, and the stout is now mad at him.
気のせいでしょ。変なこと言ってないでとっとと中に入るわよ。
女の子は難しいな。
Where are the guards? That's interesting. Oh. According to Talia, the innkeep, the martial arts competition is coming soon. Okay. Nothing. Just double checking everything.
いや、セントハイム門へようこそ。オートに行きたいんだったら通行手続きをしてもらえるかな。
通行手続きをしてもらえる？
よし、来た。この用紙にサインしてくれ。しかしなんだ、最近の子は進んでるというか度胸があるっていうか、わざわざ街道を通ってハイキングがてらデートかい？
Private Vane, the receptionist for paperwork. Teases Estelle and Joshua by asking if they are on a hiking date.
デートって？
Estelle gets flustered.
そんなのじゃないですよ。
Joshua just brushes it off nonchalantly.
僕たちこれでも兄弟なんです。
Estelle is not liking it.
へえ、全然似てないけど確かに同じ名字だね。よし、これで手続き終了だよ。
エステル、さっきから様子が変だけど、どこか具合が悪かったりする？しばらく休んでいこうか。
He's so dense. Joshua is so dense.
本当に何でもないからさっさとオートに向かいましょう。
それならいいけど。
しかしデートじゃないとすると武術大会の見物にでも行くのかな。
Vane also references the martial arts competition.
武術大会？
なんだ、それも違ったか。武術大会っていうのはオートのグランアリーナで毎年開かれているイベントでね。
According to him, it's an annual event held in Grancel's Grand Arena.
王国軍の精鋭をはじめ腕に覚えのある人間が集まって武術の腕を競い合う大会なんだ。
He says that originally it was only for Royal Guard elite, but now it's open for any willing participant.
確か今日の午後に予選が行われるはずだよ。
According to him, prelims start this afternoon.
へえ、なんだか面白そう。
エステルが好きそうなイベントだね。
女王陛下の計らいで入場料も割引されるし。
Oh. Apparently the Queen is also going to be present in person there.
ああ、僕も務めがなかったら見物に行ったんだけどね。
ご愁傷様。でもどうせだったら見物より参加がしたかったな。今までの修行の成果も確かめられそうだし。
Estelle wants to participate.
確かに。でも今予選をしてるなら参加するのは無理そうだな。依頼も受けているし、見物だけで我慢しようよ。
残念。兵士さん、どうしたの？まじまじと見つめちゃって。
その胸のエンブレム、若いから気づかなかったけど、君たちひょっとして遊撃士？
そうだけど。
何か問題でもありますか？
いや、問題というかなんというか、参ったな。さすがにありえないと思うけど。
こら、勤務中の無駄口は感心せんな。
Vane wants to say something regarding us being bracers, but is cut off by Chief Warrant Officer Dale.
あ、大将。
なんだ。 問題でもあったか？
それがですね、彼らがその遊撃士らしいので。
何？ああ、君たち申し訳ないが少々時間をもらえるかな。
Dale seems to want to talk to us.
でも私たち早くオートに行きたいんだけど。
ほう、オートに参考までに聞くが、何をしに行くつもりかね？
その頼まれた仕事で。
仕事の内容は？
博士のじゃなくて、
申し訳ありませんが、ギルドの規約があるんです。依頼人のプライベートにも関わるので、内容を明かすのは勘弁していただけませんか？
He seems awfully curious about what is our purpose in Grancel.
怪しいな。どうやらいろいろと話を聞かせてもらう必要がありそうだ。
何が何だかよくわからないんですけど。
実は軍本部からの通達があってね。あの王室親衛隊が陛下に反逆して各地でテロ事件を起こしたらしいんだ。しかもどうやら遊撃士を装って活動している連中もいるらしくてね。
Seems like army has received. Seems like they received orders from High Command about members of Royal Guard disguising, launching terrorist attacks and disguising as bracers.
念のため遊撃士を名乗った人間は取り調べの対象にしているのさ。
Oh. And as such, they have orders to detain bracers.
なんですって？
こら、余計なことを言うな。申し訳ないが、これも上からの命令でね。身元が証明されるまでここに留まってもらおうか。
冗談じゃないわよ。なんで私たちが。
ああ、やっと来てくれたんですか。
There's no way this is going to be. Really?
あなたは。
いやー、待ちくたびれちゃいましたよ。
Alba suddenly spawns. Okay. And he seems to.
通行手続きが済んだのであれば、早速オートに向かいましょうか。
申し訳ありません、教授。
He seems to be helping us by giving us a valid pretext to leave.
準備に手間取ってしまって出発が遅れてしまったんです。
ちょっと待ちたまえ。あんたは。
これは申し遅れました。私、考古学者のアルバと言います。
Alba introduces himself as the specialist of archaeology.
ノーザンブリア自治州の出身で、リベールには研究調査に来ています。
He's from North Umbria State here in Liberal to do research.
おい、そちらの男性の通行手続きは済んでいるのか？
はい。パスポートも正規のものですし、オートにある歴史資料館が身分を保証しているみたいです。
Lane says that Alba's ID checks out and Grancel's history museum is vouching for him.
そうか。ならば問題なさそうだな。失礼した、アルバさん。ところで、こちらの二人とはどういう知り合いなのかね？
ああ、彼らは遊撃士でしてね、今まで何度か危険なところを助けてくれた恩人なんですよ。その縁で今回はオートまで同行してもらえることになりまして。そうですよね、エステル君、ヨシュア君。
実はそうだったりするのよね。
まあそういうことならば身分の保証にはなりそうだな。君たちすまなかった。どうやら誤解だったようだ。
分かればいいのよ。
そちらも職務でしょうから、どうか気になさらないでください。
Well then.
まったくもうびっくりさせないでよね。教授もそうだけど、ヨシアもすぐに話を合わせるんだもん。一瞬私の方が約束を忘れてるのかと思っちゃったわ。
そんなわけないって。話を合わせたことくらいすぐに察してくれなくちゃ。
察しが悪くてすみませんね。
Estelle and Joshua are bickering again.
自分だって肝心なことは察しが悪いくせにさ。
何か言った？
何でもありませんよ。
すみません、驚かせてしまったようですね。何やらお困りの様子だったので口出しさせてもらいましたが、ご迷惑だったですかね。
困っていたのは確かだから。ありがとうアルバ教授。
本当に助かりました。
いえいえ、以前助けてもらったお礼ですよ。しかしどうしてまた軍の方々と揉めていたんですか？テロ事件がどうとか聞こえてきちゃったんですけど。
最近他人を装って騒動を起こす犯罪者たちがいるみたいなんです。どうもその人たちに間違えられてしまったみたいで。
そうなのよ。腹立つったらありゃしない。やっぱり軍人って横柄な人が多い気がするわ。
はあ、それは災難でしたね。グレンの塔で見かけた一件も誘拐事件だったと聞きますし。そういえばあの事件は解決したんですか？
根本的な問題は残っているけど、一応解決したとは言えるかも。
いやー、さすがですね。最初に会った時から君たちが凄腕の遊撃士になると睨んでいたんですよ。私の目に狂いはなかったようだ。
やだな。褒めても何にも出ないわよ。
まだまだ修行中の身ですから。それよりも教授はどうしてこんなところに？
それはもちろんオートに向かう途中なんですよ。
Seems to be on the way to capital.
定期船を使おうと思ったんですが、ちょっとミラが心もとなくて。
He was going to take an airship, but ran out of funds. Ran out of money.
まあ考古学者は体力が命ですから、足腰を鍛えることにもなりますし。
そんなに自分を追い詰めなくても。しかし相変わらず極貧生活を送っているのね。
文系学者の懐なんてみんな同じようなもんですよ。特に考古学なんてミラが入ればすぐに発掘に使っちゃいますから。
ダメだこりゃ。ま、それはともかく、ここで会ったのも何かの縁よね。せっかくだから私たちと一緒にオートまで行かない？
ちょっとエステル、アルバ教授だっていろいろと都合があると思うし。
私の方は大歓迎ですよ。
Estelle asks Alba if he wants to tag along to Grancel, and Alba gladly agrees.
道には魔獣も出ますから、君たちと一緒だと心強いです。まあここからオートまでは大した距離じゃありませんが。
そういうことならよろしくお願いします。
それじゃあ決まりね。オートに向けてレッツゴー。
いやー、さっきは負けていただいちゃってありがとうございます。
戦闘終了。先に進もう。
Oh boy, we're getting actually EXP. That's not a good sign. That is anything but a good sign, especially since I'm playing on Nightmare. Exited the gate, walking through Royal Avenue. A soldier calls out to us.
あれ、
軍の部隊みたいだね。
あんたたちエルベリ級の見物は禁止だぞ。
Says that no tourists are allowed at the Herb Royal Villa.
先日グランセル市街に布告があったばかりだろ。
僕たちはオート民ではありません。先ほどセントハイム門を抜けてグランセルに向かう途中なんです。
なんだ旅行者か。テロリスト騒ぎの最中に徒歩で街道を旅行とはな。ずいぶんのんきなもんだぜ。
テロリストの話はともかく、エルベリ宮って何なの？
確か東の方にあるリベール王家の小宮殿でしたね。
The Royal Villa seems to be a small palace to the east where the royal family resides.
普段は市民の憩いの場所として開放されていると聞きましたが。
According to Alba.
あいにくだが今は立ち入り禁止だ。テロ事件の捜査本部にするため軍が使わせてもらっているのさ。
Soldiers say that it's currently used as a base of operations for investigating the terrorist activities. Can I type properly?
捜査本部ですか。
離宮周辺の道は立ち入り禁止にはなっていないが、テロリストに間違えられたくなかったら近寄らない方が身のためだぞ。
物々しい雰囲気ですね。
Well, knowing what we know now about Richard and whatnot, I would say that that is not a good sign.
私、近寄るなと言われるとかえって近寄りたくなるんですけど。
Alba seems to be a, what's the word? Contrarian.
どうです？ここは寄り道して離宮の近くまで行ってみませんか？
好奇心は刺激されるんだけど。
警告されたばかりだし、今はやめておきましょう。兵士たちが言っていた通り、テロリストがいるかもしれません。
でもあれって情報部がしでかしたことを親衛隊や遊撃士のせいに。
Estelle, don't speak about top secret things in front of a civilian. Estelle just blabbed around about the intelligence division plans in front of Alba.
エステル、できればそのことはあまり口外しない方がいい。下手に知らせてしまったら巻き込むことになってしまうよ。
それもそうね。
情報なんですって？
Alba doesn't seem to have heard the entire thing.
ごめん、なんでもないわ。
そういうわけで早くオートに向かいましょう。
はあ、残念ですけど仕方ありませんね。
Oh, so that's to the east. Okay. Let's see. The fact that I need the fact that I need haze and information on me is kind of preventing me from getting extra stats. Wait, this is the exact same spot where Yulia was. New information. According to the environment, looking at the visual clues, it seems like Yulia and Chloe were escaping from the villa. Doesn't seem like confirmed information, but it's highly likely. Oh, nice. Not going to go into the villa, but these things hit hard. And they give a lot of EXP. I might need to find a spot here to level. Oh, I turned back, bruh. just in case, let's heal. I figured as much. Okay. Does it why is it dealing 0 damage to Estelle specifically? Nice. Actual level up. And we found a shield tree. Not too good, but not too bad either. Oh, chest.
See?
ごめんみんな。
Oh, that's not ideal.
See?
これで決める。
これで終わりだ。
Bruh. As long as it's not the professor getting hit, that's fine.
まだ負けられないんだ。
Defense tree? You have gone over your limit for this chest. In a lot of ways, yes. I think I will end up grinding here. Really? No chest? I was expecting to find a chest here, but... well, I guess not. Guess I got baited. Oh, that's a big thing. What the hell are you? Oh, the big ones. The big ones dealt with. That's good. Nice. Very nice. Seems like that thing gives quite a bit of EXP. Good to know, good to know. Nice.
まだ負けられないんだ。
This is truly a very good place to actually level up. This seems to be closed for some reason. Found a closed road towards the Gurune on the highway towards Gurune Gate. Yeah, let's just ignore the fact that I'm going across these places with Alba, who is basically an instant game over if he gets hit. Let's just ignore that. Oh. I was healing up thinking that I will need that, but I guess not. It seems like these things don't have the damage. Like that was with a crit. These might be the most safe ones to actually use for grinding. Oh. Actually, this looks also like that road. That's the anti-arts bird. Got to Gurune Gate. Private Baranko says he's seen a weird girl with glasses. Is that Dorothy? It's probably Dorothy. According to CWO Robin, this is the first time Army has heightened the security in all regions since the war. Okay. At this point, that is what? I'm missing chapter 8, chapter 5, and chapter 3. How? You'd think I have interacted with literally everything, but I guess I didn't. Well then. I almost walked into that. I guess it doesn't matter what point I enter the city from. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Yep, it doesn't matter. All of the spots seem to lead to the entrance here anyway. Wait, why are there monsters so close to the city? What? People could be sitting here at the benches and like, what? Oh, I see Armand with Ellie.
やっぱり大きな町よね。
Entered Grancel.
昔父さんと一緒に来たけどこんなに大きかったかしら。
まあ王国最大の町だからね。大通りの先には女王陛下の住んでいるグランセル城があるし、七王教会の大聖堂やグランアリーナ、各国の大使館なんかもあるんだ。
へえ、そうなんだ。でもヨシア結構詳しいね。やっぱり前に来たことあるんだ。
うん、僕も小さな頃だけどね。
しかしいつ見ても美しい町ですね。単純な規模だったら帝都や共和国の首都の方が大きいとは思いますが、このグランセルには他にない居心地の良い上品さがありますね。
なんだか嬉しいな。外国の人にそう言ってもらえると。そういえば教授はこれからどうするの？滞在費用とか大丈夫？
実は当てがありまして、歴史資料館というところに厄介になるつもりなんです。へえ、
そんな場所があるんだ。
発掘物や美術品などを展示している博物館ですね。
ええ、そこの客員としてしばらく厄介になります。
Seems like Alba is going to be staying at the museum as a guest associate member.
エステル君とヨシア君もよかったら遊びに来てください。
博物館というと堅苦しい雰囲気があるけど、来たら勉強しろとか言わない？
お望みでしたらみっちりとご教授しましょう。というのは冗談として、展示品を眺めるだけでも結構楽しいと思いますよ。では私はここで失礼します。
なんていうか相変わらずのんきな人よね。でも客員ということは結構有名な学者なのかな？
うん、 そうかもしれないね。さてと、まずは最初にギルドの支部に挨拶に行こうか。所属変更の手続きもあるし、博士の依頼を達成するにしてもまずは相談した方が良さそうだ。
確かに。考えてみれば、どうすれば女王様と面会できるのかしら。まさか城に行けば会えるほど単純でもなさそうだし。
Okay, what are we dealing with? Oh, sweet. We have what? We have North Block, West Block, East Block. Oh, that's going to be a lot of... Well... Okay, let's first check into the Oboe factory. Mind tree. Evade is fine. Impede we don't have. Action tree. That's important. EP cut is also important. Yeah, that should be fine. I guess I'm going to take a quick break. And then we can go through the entire city and explore. Okay, I have returned. Let's see. Okay. Well, sound block. Sound block. From the top. Burden explains the layout of the city. Sound block has the shops and the guild. North block has the castle and the hotel. West block has the... Oh. Well, that's an interesting typo. Got DD Cathedral. I didn't process that to begin with, but now I noticed it. Got the has the cathedral and the liberal news HQ. East block has the embassies, arenas, and general markets. Okay. Spot seems to be having issues with his register or something near his kiosk. I'm not even gonna. Armand and Ellie are as usual. Okay. That seems to be all of the indoor stuff. Well, now let's go into the Oboe factory. Oboe factory. Okay. Third floor is where maintenance orders are handled. Let's sell the extra stuff then. Weapons shop. Shepard is not good with customers, so he lets his wife do the talking. Wife Chaley. That's an interesting layout. Ralph's house. Ralph's doing someone's cleaning. It's really miscellaneous lore here, but could be useful. Inn/bar. People seem to not believe that the royal guard are terrorists. Well, I guess some people have brains. In other words. Fisherman's Guild. Damned pun. Found Lloyd from Bose in the building. Fisher, the leader, is also known as the Fishing Baron. They are also really passionate about fishing. That would be the entirety of the South Block. Let's go to the West Block then. West Block. Says he's seen some people being led in handcuffs from docks. By soldiers. Well, if that isn't suspicious, I don't know what is. I guess the docks are blocked. Ports seems to be closed as a measure, as an anti-terrorist measure, according to Private Dutton. Interesting. I think that's pretty much every single outdoor stuff. Checked, Oh, I did not kill that thing. Nice. Well then. Welcome to Scuff, as usual. Forgot to disable that thing. Nice. Let's begin from... I'll handle that area from there. Let's go from there first. Master. Some noble, rich person's house. Rich person is probably accurate. Grandpa hasn't. What was his name? Wait, his? Oh, that's a she. I think. Rian's grandpa still hasn't arrived. Yeah, whatever. Cathedral. A new sister has joined the cathedral, but she seems to be out gathering herbs. According to Archbishop Current, it seems like the Queen is ill. He says that the head maid Hilda requested an audience with the Queen, but was turned down by a man in black armor. Lawrence? I'll say one thing, I don't like the implications. Well, that's that end handled. Okay, Lacacious house. Nothing too important. They just moved to Grancel. There's a house for sale as well. Oh, found Cigarro's house. Found Cigarro and Edel after their pilgrimage. Seems like they're happy with the pilgrimage results. Then we have liberal. Sewers, probably. Coffee house, nothing too important. Liberal News HQ. According to the editor-in-chief, Niles not here, and he's going to be for a while. I think that's everything in this block. Oh, sweet hell, that is a big area. East block. According to the people near the Grand Arena, Royal Guard is not fighting in the tournament, in the competition.
現在当アリーナでは武術大会予選試合が開催中です。ご入場の方はチケットをお出しください。チケット売り場は右手の方にございます。
Okay. Sewers again. Then we have this, whatever that is. Central bench type of area. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Found the second orbally powered clock made in S1163. History Museum. According to receptionist Licia, the newest exhibit are liberal and modernist, and the next wave is now open.
お世話になりますよ、お世話にな
Always here talking to the director. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. And I'll save here to check this stuff later. I believe that's going to be all of the... No, not all of it. Not all of it. Edo Department Store. Found Lucia and her mother Carla from Manoria. I think that's everything in here. With Anton. Okay, that's the other one. I thought the name sounded familiar, but I guess no. Outdoors. Don wants a girlfriend. Ricky is just... Ricky seems to be having a slight existential crisis. Have I checked everything? I think I have. Okay. Actually, let's check the landing port. Landing port seems like our sail has been impounded by the Royal Army. According to Mechanic Peyton, our sail is owned by the royal family, so the army should not have the authority to impound our sail. Interesting. Tiffany does not seem to be happy with the new maintenance chief, whoever that is. Oh, I can actually go inside. Okay, that would be essentially everything here. North block, Noel, castles under lockdown. Okay. That man is going fast, holy. Yeesh, can you not? Oh, he's a delivery boy. Okay. House. House, west block, south block. Okay, that's understandable. Helmut's house. Helmut normally would be at work in the castle, but the Duke, Dunan, question mark, suddenly gave him a mandatory vacation. He's also a fishing addict. His wife Norsha is not satisfied with this kind of a relationship. Seems like not just... Seems like quite a few castle workers have been sent off to a forced vacation. And now the only place I haven't checked is the hotel and the castle entrance. Okay, so what have we learned at this point? Okay, what have we learned since coming to Grancel? Specifically related to the stuff that is happening in Grancel. We learned that some people don't believe that Royal Guard are terrorists. We also learned that there have been some people led in handcuffs from dogs by soldiers, and that the port is closed as an anti-terrorist measure. What else? We also learned that the Queen is apparently ill, and that the head maid Hilda got denied an audience with the Queen by a man in black armor. We also learned that the Royal Guard is not fighting in the martial arts competition. We also learned that the Arsail has been impounded by the Royal Army, even though the army should not have the authority to do so. We also learned that the castle is under lockdown, and that quite a few of the castle workers have been sent off to a forced vacation by the Duke. Interesting. I'll say that much. Now the question is, can I get into the arena beforehand? Well, I guess now we can actually enter the guild. Entering the guild.
それではブーンを。
Oh. I see Annalise, and I think that's Kana, I'm not sure. There is Annalise and Kana with 2 more bracers, probably. And the receptionist? Question mark? Question mark?
まあ、皆さんだったら余裕で通過できると思いますが。
Seem to be planning something.
分かってんじゃねえか。
出場するからには全力で行かせてもらうよ。
Oh. They seem to be participating in the competition.
そうですよね。軍の連中には負けられません。
さてと、
そろそろ出かけるとしようか。ん？
どうもお邪魔します。
あんたたちはエステルとヨシュアじゃないか。
あ、ルーアンのカルナさん。
そういや、空賊騒ぎの時に一度会ったことがあったっけな。
確かシュラ先輩と一緒にいた新人くんたちよね。
どうもご無沙汰しています。でもどうして皆さんがオートに集まっているんですか？
それについては私から説明させていただきます。皆さんは早く行かないと間に合わなくなると思いますよ。
おっと、それもそうだね。悪いね、二人とも。積もる話はまた後にしよう。
それじゃ俺たちはこれで失礼するぜ。
またね、新人くんたち。
失礼する。
あれだけ遊撃士が揃うとなんだか壮観って感じよね。
そうだね。みんな凄腕みたいだし、出場するとか言ってたから、ひょっとして。
ええ、お察しの通りですよ。彼らはこれから武術大会の予選に出るんです。
へえ。すみません、私サイス支部から来たエステル・ブライトって言います。
同じくヨシュア・ブライトです。
私はエルナン、グランセル支部を任されています。キリカさんから連絡をいただいたので、あなたたちの来訪は知っていました。早速ですが転属手続きをしていただけますか？
はい、わかりました。
はい、結構です。
Change the branch affiliation to Grancel.
遊撃士協会グランセル支部にようこそ。個人的にあなたたちが来るのをとても楽しみにしていたんですよ。確かカシウスさんのお子さんたちなんですよね。
あ、うん、そうだけど、やっぱりエルナンさんも父さんの知り合いなのよね。
ええ、カシウスさんにはいつもお世話になっています。聞いた話ですと旅に出たきりお戻りになっていないそうですが。
うん、しばらく留守にするって手紙はあったんだけど。
具体的にどこに行くのかは書かれていなかったんです。ロレントからツァイスまで一通り回ってみたんですけど、父の消息は分かりませんでした。
そうなると国内にはいない可能性が高そうですね。
Speaking talking about Cassius, Elnan assumes that he's not in the country at the moment.
しかし参ったな。現在軍のテロ対策でオートで遊撃士のメンバーが活動しにくくなっているんです。
He says that the army's current counter-terrorism activities are making it hard for bracers to work.
元軍人のカシウスさんならば軍で何が起こっているのかご存知かと思ったのですが。おや、どうしました？
実は私たちそのあたりの裏事情を知ってたりするのよね。
え？
ツァイス地方での事件も含めて報告させていただきます。
Joshua, we fill Elnan in on the situation. Nan is flabbergasted.
あれ、エルナンさん、どうしたの？
いや、あまりのことに頭が真っ白になっていました。リシャール大佐による王国軍の実質的な支配、情報部の特殊部隊によるテロ事件の自作自演、にわかには信じがたい話ですね。
でも本当なんだってば。
ツァイス支部のキリカさんに問い合わせてもらえばわかります。
大丈夫、
あなたたちの言葉を疑うつもりはありません。むしろ話を聞かせてもらってパズルのピースがはまった心地です。ですがオートでのリシャール大佐の人気はかなりのものでしてね。恥ずかしながら話を聞くまで私も共感を覚えていたくらいです。ましてや普通の市民は大佐が陰謀を巡らせているなど夢にも思っていないでしょうね。
やっぱりそうなんだ。
さすが情報部だけあって情報操作は完璧みたいですね。遊撃士協会の性格上軍への介入はできませんが傍観できる状況でもなさそうです。とりあえずあなたたちは予定通りラッセル博士の依頼を遂行していただけますか？
もちろんそのつもりよ。ただ問題なのはどうやったら女王様に会えるかなんだけど。
そうですね。普段なら教会の紹介状があれば取り継いでもらえるはずですが。
そうなの？なんだ、心配して損しちゃった。
He says Elnan according to Elnan normally a guilt letter would be enough to enter to get an audience with the queen.
エステル、そう簡単にはいかないと思う。なんといっても城を守る親衛隊がテロリスト扱いされているんだ。それが何を意味するかわかるかい？
それってつまり。
The queen is in danger.
その可能性もありそうだけど、それよりレイストン要塞と同じくグランセル城もリシャール大佐に掌握された可能性が高いってことさ。たとえ紹介状があっても握りつぶされてしまうと思うよ。
なんですって？それじゃあどうやって女王様に会えばいいのよ。
レイストン要塞みたいに城にも忍び込めればいいんだけど、さすがに同じ手が2度通用するほど甘くはないだろうね。
ここで考えてても仕方ないから、とりあえずお城に行ってみない？うまくすれば門番あたりから情報が聞き出せるかもしれないし。
それは構わないけど、一つ注意しておくことがある。僕たちが女王陛下に面会しようとしていることは隠しておいた方がいいと思うんだ。リシャール大佐の耳に入ったら妨害される可能性が高いからね。
なるほど。
確かに当面は他の遊撃士にも伏せておいた方が良さそうですね。ちなみに王城は大通りを北にまっすぐ行ったところにあります。くれぐれも慎重に情報収集を行ってください。
分かったわ、エルナンさん。
何か分かったら報告します。
Oh, no requests.
ねえヨシュア、クローゼってそろそろオートに来てるんじゃない？
Yeah.
そういえば生誕祭の前にオートに帰るって言ってたね。確かにもう来てるかもしれない。
ねえエルナンさん、クローゼっていう名前の私たちと同じくらいの年の女の子が訪ねてこなかった？オートで会おうって約束してるんだけど。
クローゼさんですか？いえ、そのような方は訪ねていらっしゃいませんでしたが。
そっか。
Seems like Chloe hasn't visited the guild yet for obvious reasons.
そういえば滞在場所とか詳しいことは聞かなかったわね。
確か裕福な親戚の家に泊めてもらうと言ってたけど、さすがにそれだけで探すのはちょっと無理がありそうだね。約束をしているのならいずれ連絡もあるでしょう。もしいらっしゃったら間違いなく承っておきますよ。
Okay. That is a big guild. Yeesh. Then again, I guess this is probably the central branch of entire liberal, if I had to assume. It's probably good enough for this stream. I'm still somewhat tired from yesterday's stream, so this is going to be it for this stream. I will probably be... let's see, can I exit? I can exit. Great. I will be grinding off stream because this is unreasonable, level wise. But yeah, whoever is going to be watching this now or later, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the progress and some of the stuff, given that I did forget to turn off the BRB text for like at least 5 minutes, but yeah, anyway. The schedule wise, I believe towards the middle of the week I might not be streaming, but I'm not fully decided on the matter. I'm not fully decided on the matter, but for the most part, I believe I will be streaming Trails, the Gungeon stream as usual, probably, and Afterlife, because that thing needs to be finished sooner or later. I'm going mad. But apart from that, that's going to be it for this stream, and see you in the next one. Adios.